Okay, so starting with our compound interest question, we start with a $500 amount. That is this value right here. It's our starting amount. Okay, and then what this component of this function is going to do is it's going to help this amount grow. The 1 represents that we're keeping our $500. We're going to add to it. So 1 as a percentage would be 100%. So we're keeping 100% of our stuff, but we're also adding interest. Okay, we're adding 2.5% interest if we were to convert this decimal to a percentage. And we're going to split that 2.5% interest up into 4 compoundings. So we're going to divide that percentage up, apply it 4 times throughout the year. And because we're applying it 4 times, we have to put a 4 in our exponent as well. All right, so compounding 4 times. This tells us how much our $500 is worth after T years. So just to wrap our heads around this, let's do it after 1 year. So we would say P of 1 equals 500 times. So 0.025 divided by 4 is 0.00625. So I'm just going to write 1.00625 raised to the 4 times 1. So how this works is we take our $500, we're going to keep 100% of it, and then we're going to add 0.00625%. Okay, that's after our first compounding. But we're going to do that 4 times, so we would copy this down 4 times, and then by the end of the year, we've gained a total of 25%. But because it's been compounded 4 times, our overall growth ends up being a little bit more than 0.25%. Sorry if I said 25 before, 0.25%. Okay, and that's after 1 year. Every year, we're going to apply our interest 4 times and watch our money grow. So part B asks us to figure out which situation is going to lead to more money. So first, we'll do our original one, gaining 2.5%. Compounded quarterly. Okay, applied 4 times, we're going to do that for 5 years, and our result is 566.35. 566.35. All right, and then we have our amount of 520. We're keeping 100%, and then we're gaining 1.2% compounded daily, and then raised to we're applying it 365 times every day, and then we're doing that for 5 years. That gives us $552.15 roughly. $552.15. So the other one, starting with less money but having a little bit more interest, ends up leading to more money over the course of 5 years. Okay, this last one is probably the trickiest of the 3 in part 1. So we're waiting to see when our $500 is going to be worth 520. So we have to set our amount equal to 520 and then just solve algebraically. So we first divide by 500. We do 520 divided by 500, which ends up being 1.04. It won't always be, sometimes it's just easier to leave this as a fraction rather than trying to convert it to a decimal. So sometimes it's easier to just say 520 divided by 500 equals. But if you don't want to write that and it is a nice decimal that you can write out, then you can always just write out the decimal 1.04. So that's equal to 1 plus, let's actually do our 0.025 divided by 4 again. That was 0.00625. So we'll just say 1.00625 raised to the 4t. All right, so remember we're trying to isolate t here. We have an exponential function, so we should convert this to a logarithm, keeping our base the same. So we're going to have log base 1.00625 of 1.04, and that's going to equal 4t. And then to finish up here, we just have to divide by 4. Divide by 4. Okay, so that's our t value. So now we have to plug this into a calculator. Now remember, the easiest way to plug this into a calculator is use your change of base formula. So you can say log of 1.04. This is log base 10 of 1.04 divided by log base 10 of 1.00625. Sorry, Viddle started freaking out on me. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going here. 0.00625. Okay, that's your change of base formula, right? And then you have to, it's not going to let me draw here, but you have to divide that whole thing by 4, just like we were doing before. So let's get an answer. Let's see. All right, I'm getting 1.57 years roughly. All right, so remember, let's go back and make sure we understand how this log conversion worked. So we say, how we read this log is we say 1.0600625 raised to what power gives me 1.04. What power is it? It's 4t, right? Well, that's what we see here. 1.00625 raised to the 4t gives me 1.04. So these two statements are equivalent, but in this form, we can now divide by 4 and solve for t. We get that it takes 1.57 years for our money to be worth 520 when we start with 500 and gain 2.5% compounded quarterly.